Hey, you, nice to see you again. Oh my god, I was not aware of the fact that Wear OS is in such a dire state. Samsung came to rescue Google, but let me start from the beginning. I have here today two independent reports. One internal Samsung report, which we probably wasn't supposed to see, but we have it anyway. The other one is a research company who just published numbers in terms of smartwatch market.
You know what that means?
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
None of those two reports are connected, but once we put them together, we have an interesting narrative coming out of this. Counterpoint, a research company just released the following article. Wear OS share searches on Samsung highest quarterly smartwatch shipments in Q3 2021. And here is what they say. Thanks to the launch of the Galaxy Watch 4 series, Samsung achieved its highest quarterly shipments, narrowing the gap with Apple and reclaiming second place from Huawei. From this smartwatch series, Samsung has expanded its app ecosystem by using Android-based Wear OS instead of its Tizen. The brand has also broadened user range of choice by launching two models, Basic and Classic. The newly added body composition feature has also fetched a good response. Not sure about the body composition, but the first part is pretty much in line. And let's have a look at the numbers here, the ones I'm going to show you right now. That's an interesting part. The two biggest changes we can immediately identify are Apple lost some market share and Samsung basically gained some market share. But to be fair, Apple has delayed the launch of the Apple Watch Series 7, so those numbers may not be as accurate as displayed. Basically, the Apple Watch Series 7 isn't included entirely in there. The interesting part of this shipment is pointed out by the Counterpoint Research senior analyst Ms. Lim. Samsung performed better than expected in the third quarter. Although the Galaxy Watch 4 series shipments were much higher than expected, more than 60% of total shipments were sold in North America and Europe, where the share of mid to high price range models is high. And I can absolutely agree with this, looking by the comment section for all of our Galaxy Watch 4 videos, but also looking in the YouTube analytics, I can see where the viewers basically come from. And a lot of you guys come now from the US and mainland Europe. What I didn't know was how messed up Wear OS really is. And look at this.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Wear OS over the previous 3 years was stagnant, if not losing out big time. We all know where basically Google's revenues come from, right? From advertising, 90-something%. So their desire to put kind of much effort into this, something like this, into Wear OS is really limited at best. The problem is though, we consumers are investing in Wear OS devices and feel like we are being left alone, but that has changed. Hopefully now. Now look at the jump of Wear OS in Q3 this year. That's a massive gain for any company. And of course, this is due to the successful launch of the Galaxy Watch 4, which you and I are part of. Ms. Lim added, Google has maintained a dominant share in the smartphone market with Android OS, but so far has not achieved much in the wearable market. This is because Google controls smartwatch OEMs from customizing the UI, and it was not chosen by them due to its lower power efficiency and slow response time. Yes, it's fair to say we all know this experience. However, the partnership with Samsung from this year has gained a foothold for Google to expand its presence in the wearable OS market and seems ready to transform into a more open wearable platform from this time forward. And here comes a word of caution. If both companies celebrate their success by what we call in sales, take the money and run, and Wear OS will just go back to that dire state it was in before. And you know what? People need to fix, like Google Assistant, better battery life. You get my drift. So what about Samsung's internal document? Well, if you are wondering what Samsung's internal release plan for 2022 looks like, voila, you are welcome. There's a couple of things we can see here, but let's focus on the Galaxy Watch 5. Samsung plans to ship a whopping 19 million Galaxy Watch 5 watches next year. And that's a lot. To put it into perspective, Samsung shipped 9 million last year, and we are talking about a 10 million increase in shipment from last year to next year. And if you look at the jump in Q3 for Wear OS and Samsung, the 19 million is absolutely possible. But what does it mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, it doesn't come close to the Apple Watch sales yet. It sold 34 million in 2020 overall, but that's basically an overall number, and it's not limited to just like the Apple Watch Series 6, for example. So look, the takeaway here really is, as long as Samsung and Google are working together and making sure that we as consumers are getting the best of both worlds, we can look forward to some pretty awesome inventions and, of course, a worthy Apple Watch alternative. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Peace.